Hey guys, for those who are curious as to what's going on in the Comfort Cove today, well, this is it. This is a drum track. Now, let's listen to the full drum track for a second here from the point that we've got up on the screen. Every mic is wide open, and here we are playing a section of it. So by all estimations, it's a beautiful drum sound. Played, the drums are played by Brian Downton. Did a fantastic job on this song, and everything sounds great in isolation by itself there. But when it gets in context, you lose the piccolo. You hear it? Like there's two snare drums here. There's a piccolo drum, and then there's the regular supraphonic. So in order to combat this, what I'm going to do in this section here is I am going to clean out the piccolo snare, and I have a tiny sample of it that I recorded off in the end. So I'm cleaning out all the debris in between. Most of the debris, by the way, is hi-hat leak because the piccolo is on the far left of the drum kit. This will not affect the ambience of the drums. I hate that, don't you? When you hear like drum tracks that are just like, sterile and lifeless, because everything's been gated out or edited out to hell. It's like you got to leave something ringing. And there was a time I absolutely hated the ring of toms because they would create intermodular distortion between each other and also with other instruments in the mix. Now that's not a piccolo hit there, so those have to go. And likewise, that is all debris. So the only thing that the piccolo snare is contributing besides a beautiful tone when it's hit as a drum is out of phase, off axis, hi-hat clutter. That's all it's giving us. So over here on this side over here, I'll zoom out now, right here in the center, I have a couple of piccolo samples that were hit at the exact moment when Brian did the track. So I'm going to copy that right there, copy, and I'm going back to where I was on this section here. Now, so here we go. It's important if you're going to drop in, you're going to copy and paste in a sample, that you have it really, really tight to it so that you get the exact placement of it. That one there is done. So let's get to the next one. Select it and paste. It is going to paste over exactly where it was. It's a very, very tight sample. Of course, when you get into a double hit, that's another story altogether. That's done. I'm going to show you how to do that too now in a second. So I copied over a really, really nice sample of just the snare by itself. It is the snare that was used in the track, so there's nothing fake or untowards in this particular recording to do this. Sample replacement where you're using someone else's drums, that's bullshit. Come on, call a spade, that's bogus. It's cheating, it is fraudulent. And there's nothing worse than that in music. I mean, if you can't get good sounds, if you can't capture the sounds being presented the right way, get out of the business. Go do something else. It's not Chris Lord Alge's job to record great drums for you to be able to copy over and use and disingenuously portray them as your own. That's not your job. If you're going to do that, just stay out of the freaking business and let someone else do it right. Now, rant over. Sorry about that. I really, really can't stand it. So here you see we've got two possible shots that are going to be shorter than the others. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to separate out that region right there. That's going to tell me exactly where to put this by copying it over. So let's make this a little more precise here. You can see my line is perfectly on top of that. Oh, that's a little long. So let's undo that. Let's just come in here, just snip that out. Now, here's the first sample. Now watch. I'm going to take this region, holding down the Option key on a Mac, I'm going to pull it down. And then I'm going to copy it on that. Didn't quite work out, did it? No, let's try that again. Okay. Option pull. There we go. Now I've got my double crack on that, and it's got enough linger time on it as well. So I'm going to go through this section here and see. Oh, there's a good one. Okay. We want that one in there. a little bit long on that one. Let's nip that tight so the transient comes in at exactly the same moment on the adjacent tracks, so it sounds as accurate as possible. There you go on that one. That one's good. Oh, whoopsie. Don't need to crossfade that together with anything. That's me and my fingers being a little too... select the multi-tool. Multi-tool. For those who've watched Fifth Element, they'll understand that reference from Mila. Had that little thing there about the multi-pass. Anyway, so here we go. Almost done. Almost done. A few more left to go. Another messy one. Fixed. Little messy one again. Fixed. The lovely thing about this particular Piccolo snare that Brian made himself, by the way, it's a very, very small diameter shell, but it's a little bit deeper than you see in a lot of Piccolos, and as a result, it has its own compressed sort of tone. See how that the transient is one great big giant spike, like with a standard snare drum? It's really, really good. A good sounding drum. And, you know, if you're a drummer, look into making some of your own drum. Or at least, you know, fixing up some of your own kit. Kit doesn't always mean equipment. Sometimes kit means drum kit. Go away. There we go. Done. I think that might be all this section here. Now, okay, now let's hear what this section sounds like. There's a double hit. Here we go. See that? Hear that? Doesn't affect anything else in the drum sound in a negative way. It actually improves it, and it's genuine. Now, how clear is that? You couldn't ask for better than that. So, let's just listen to this now, and this is a long video, I apologize for that, but anyhow, let's listen to this in context here. Here's the track opened up wide again.
Second and lover, second serenade, closer to a bushy than a hand grenade. She would